What if I told you that one of rugby's brightest stars, a man who stood tall in the Lions jersey, a hero for Ireland, and a player fans thought was untouchable, has been ruled out until 2026? Yes, Hugo Keenan, the man who seemed almost unbreakable on the pitch, is gone for over a year. And the shocking twist? His club, Leinster, has admitted that they may have made things worse. This isn't just an injury update, it's a story of heartbreak, controversy, and a test of loyalty between player and team. Welcome back to Aussie NRL Updates, your home for the biggest stories in rugby and rugby league, where we dive beyond the headlines and give you the full picture. If you're a true fan of the game, hit that subscribe button right now, drop a like, and make sure you stay with us until the end. Because trust me, there's a twist in this story you won't want to miss. To understand why this news has sent shockwaves across Ireland and the rugby world, you first need to understand who Hugo Keenan is. Born with speed in his veins, Keenan rose through the ranks with Leinster before becoming a mainstay for Ireland. By 2021, he had made the impossible look easy, forcing his way into the British and Irish Lions squad. Fans loved him not just for his ability to slice through defensive lines, but for his reliability. When Keenan was on the pitch, Ireland looked unshakable. He had that rare quality of calm under pressure, the kind of player who could turn a tight game with a single break or a fearless catch under the high ball. And that's what makes this injury such a crushing blow. Keenan wasn't just a player, he was a symbol of Ireland's new golden generation. The news broke quietly at first. Hugo Keenan had suffered a significant setback. But within hours, whispers turned to full-blown confirmation. He would be out until 2026. That's not just missing a few matches. That's missing a full season, possibly more, including some of the most critical international fixtures Ireland had been counting on him for. But here's where it gets worse. The initial reports suggested the injury might have been manageable, but an error in Leinster's approach has extended his recovery dramatically. Fans were left stunned, not just at the timeline, but at the suggestion that this might have been preventable. Leinster's medical team released a statement, trying to be transparent. Instead, they lit a firestorm. They admitted that during Keenan's initial recovery period, their training protocols aggravated the injury. In other words, instead of nursing him back to health, the process intensified the damage. For fans, this was betrayal. How could one of the most professional clubs in world rugby make such a mistake? Was it pressure to rush him back onto the field? Was it negligence? Or was it simply the cruel nature of sport? Whatever the reason, the consequences are clear. Hugo Keenan won't be pulling on the green jersey of Ireland, or the blue of Leinster, until 2026. This isn't just about one player. Keenan's absence creates a vacuum. Ireland's backline, already fragile in parts, now faces a massive test. Who steps into the fullback role? Who carries the responsibility in big tournaments? Some point to Jimmy O'Brien. Others look at young prospects waiting for their chance. But here's the thing, Keenan wasn't just a name on a team sheet. He was the safety net, the calm head, the rock. And you don't replace that overnight. It raises a huge question. Can Ireland remain a top-tier force without him? Or will this injury mark the start of a decline? The Irish rugby community has been split down the middle. On one side, you've got fans heartbroken for Keenan, a man who gave everything for his country. On the other, there's fury at Leinster. Social media has exploded with accusations. How could you let this happen? Keenan deserved better. This could derail Ireland's momentum for years. And perhaps the hardest part of all? Hugo Keenan himself hasn't spoken publicly in detail about how he feels. Silence, sometimes, says more than words. But here's the real twist. This isn't just a story about one player's injury. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest Leinster may be preparing a massive statement signing to cover Keenan's absence. Could it be a return for a veteran? Could it be an overseas star? Or is this the moment a young Irish talent seizes the spotlight? We'll dive into those rumours in the second half of this video, because the names being thrown around will shock you. Mid-video call to action and branding. Before we go deeper, make sure you smash that subscribe button and stay locked in. This is Aussie NRL Updates, bringing you the stories that matter, and right now, we've only scratched the surface of this bombshell. So, with Hugo Keenan out until 2026, the burning question is, who takes his place? Ireland cannot afford to gamble on mediocrity. The Six Nations, the Champions Cup, and preparations for future Lions tours all loom large. Keenan's absence leaves a gaping hole, and rugby is ruthless, Someone has to fill it. Leinster insiders have floated several names. Jimmy O'Brien is the obvious choice, talented, versatile, and ready for more responsibility. But then there are whispers of a shock move, reaching out to experienced internationals who might be tempted to step in for a short-term contract. And here's where things get spicy. One name mentioned: a former All Black. Another: a Wallaby with European experience. Imagine the headlines if Leinster went down that road. For Ireland, the timing couldn't be worse. With the World Cup cycle rolling on and younger players being integrated, the team needed stability. Keenan was supposed to be that anchor. Instead, Andy Farrell now faces a dilemma: stick with a developing talent and hope they rise to the occasion, or experiment with shifting existing